Cancer. So this is a quick little love reading for you guys. If it resonates, y'all know what to do. All right, let's get into it. Current energy. We're going to see what's hindering, what y'all moving towards, and what is the advice. So the first card is going to be current energy for the Cancer. A little silence. Ooh. I feel a little hesitant, but nothing coming out. A lot of silence. Okay. So, judgment. So, the current energy is Cancers. I feel like somebody needs to make a judgment call on a current situation. So, there is a big decision that needs to be made here. But you guys is being advised that, you know, what you decide, you know, it will help you blossom going into something better. So what's hindering the situation is you guys is like really waiting. I feel like somebody, it's a stagnation, because when I was shuffling the cards trying to get cards to come out, it was like nothing. So I feel like there is no movement happening right now. And I feel like what's coming towards Cancers is that there is a missed opportunity here with the Four of Cups. So what is the advice? So the advice is the sacral chakra. So I feel like the advice here is focusing on the sacral chakra. This is the sex reproduction chakra here. So it may be either overactive or underactive. So you may need to, you know, do some things to balance that sacral chakra. That's also connected to the water signs, which Cancers, you are water signs. So you may need to definitely work on balancing that sacral chakra. You know, either, you know, closing it up or opening up their energy. So we want to clarify the judgment card here, the blossom card. These cards, now the cards is flying, okay? Now it's flying out because I feel like this missed opportunity here is causing a lot of emotional. So yeah, so it's some spiritual work that needs to be worked on. Yes. So Cancers here. So I do feel like the judgment call is around your base chakra here. So this is connected to your survival. This is connected to security, stability, finances. So you guys may need to make a judgment call to balance out your finances. You may be feeling like there is a lack of finances. You may feel like eventually a judgment call could have left your finances in balance here, which had an impact here because there is waiting results on the Seven Pentacles, which do represents money. So I feel like the energy that I'm picking up for the Cancers here is definitely focusing on, that's confirmation, definitely finances is an issue. So I feel like just trying to make sure that whatever money that you guys waiting to come in or saving money is definitely hindering. So I put that Four of Wands back in and it came back out. So I feel like there is a connection that is involving finances. So I feel like what's hindering the connection is trying to find joy and stability by also balancing out finances and being financially secure here. So there's a judgment call that needs to be made. I feel like this connection was probably sexual based here with the sacral chakra, but it's causing a lot of emotional havoc. But there is a missed opportunity that is coming in the near future. So moving forward, I feel like Cancers may be closing out a chapter. You know, Cancers may be the person to tell the person that, you know, this is a missed opportunity. I feel like, you know, the situation didn't pan out. Like, yeah, with the Devil card. Ooh, a lot of Strong energy. So there's a missed opportunity here with the devil card. So somebody is definitely made decisions based out of ego, based out of pride, based out of karmic connection here. The sacral chakra is strong sexual energy, so there may have been a sexual relationship that needs to close out because it's karmic and it's having is impacting somebody's happiness and also finances here. Yes, so there's some healing. That's why I said the base chakra and the sacral chakra coming out saying somebody needs to spiritually work on themselves. Somebody needs spiritual healing because this situation where this opportunity is going to close with a karmic person, with a situation that's not healthy, with a toxic connection here, it is going to be a missed opportunity here, but it's also going to hit the finances. So somebody's going to have to spiritually balance themselves to get through it because it's going to hit hard. It is having an emotional strain. Yes, you got the 9 of Wands here, so you're going to have to rest and reconsider. You're going to have to restore. You're going to have to rebuild. I feel like Cancers, when you guys get hurt, y'all get right into that shell. So that 9 of Wands, you're going to be you're not going to want to take the lead because that's coming up in reverse. So I feel like this 9 of Wands is definitely going to have Cancers on guard, being a bit overprotective over themselves, because this situation that is a missed opportunity that was very karmic, hitting the finances and also the contentment, it is very heavy energy here. So I feel like you guys is definitely going to have to work and do some inner healing on yourselves, because this double energy that is going to be a missed opportunity here is going to hit the heart, and it's going to make y'all be very overprotective over yourselves. This 9 of Wands in this Master card with the devil here, this person got their heart locked down. Like I just heard I got an ice box where my heart used to be. So I feel like, this missed opportunity, whatever the situation that is impacting the finances and happiness, it is causing for Cancer to become very, very cold. So, we want to be very careful about what we're doing. We want to be very careful that, we make a stable move. So this goes into this base chakra energy right here, where we need to get grounded. That's why we need to, focus on the base chakra, where we building our stability, we becoming more secure. I feel like the Judgment is letting you know that whatever judgment, whatever movement you move into, you need to make sure that it's definitely going to build with stability. You need to make sure that it's going to make you secure, strong. This also deal with anxiety, like the base chakra. When you start to deal with anxiety and you start to have a lot of worry, that's definitely letting you know that it's something that is going against your safety. That is, letting you know that the base chakra is under active and it needs to be balanced. So I feel like, Cancers, y'all may need to put their feet in some grass. Y'all need to practice more gratitude. Y'all need to start aligning yourselves with positive affirmations. Also here with this sacral energy, you guys have to balance and heal this sacral energy here. I feel like this karmic situation was probably based on a sexual chemistry that somebody had that got them into a situation that is not good. It's fucking everything up. It could have been, somebody connected with somebody just on the basis of possibly being off and on with the person sexually, and it got them into a different situation where now, I feel like now you have to really pass this situation up because it's impacting the happiness and the finances. Like maybe before you guys was able to have sex and chill and it's all good, but something took a turn where you had to make a judgment call because it's fucking with your stability here. So this advice here is saying forgiveness and understanding. I feel like this needs to start with yourself. Like, you need to forgive yourself. You may feel like, you know, you should have been, you know, walked away from the situation because it was hindering your happiness and stability. You see, this card also says stability here. So remember, this is what I'm asking that's hindering a connection, and it's the stability here, the current outcome. You know, you guys got to work with some healing. Healing begins. And look, at the bottom, the answer is no. The answer is no. So if you're asking yourself if you are supposed to be in a certain situation, are you supposed to tie yourself to a person that don't make you happy and impacting your finances, the answer is no. So moving forward, this needs to be a missed opportunity here. This karmic situation needs to be, you know, passed up here, because healing needs to take place. Whatever situation that you're in that's not, you know, bringing prosperity, whatever situation that you're in that's not motivating you, that is something that you need to close that chapter on. It needs to be closed out, Cancers. You know, if you don't, you're going to continue being in a toxic situation that leads you nowhere, draining your finances. You're going to keep waiting for opportunities to come, but you're never going to really feel secure and stable. You have to rest and reconsider what you're trying to put yourself into. I feel like sometimes, you know, Cancers, because when you really care for somebody, and I'm going to also say this, Cancer, that I am picking up that this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. This could be a family member that you guys take care of, that, you know, when they ask you for money, you may know that you need to do something for yourself, but you overextending because this is a close person to you. Whatever the situation is, you guys need to rest and reconsider what is doing, because I feel like this person is drained, you know, from over giving, you know, from doing, you know, a lot that they may not want to do. I feel like somebody is doing something, Cancers, that they really don't want to do. And they need to ground themselves, because it's really causing a lot of havoc. This Four of Cups, somebody is sad. Like, somebody is sad. And the whole thing is, the advice is you have to balance your emotions here and really start the healing and start looking within yourself, this heart chakra. So I feel like not only the base chakra, I feel like the sacral chakra, and you know, before we get to the sacral chakra, look at this. This is the solar plexus here that's going to lead you to work on this heart chakra. Look at that green right there. So I feel like, yes, you need to activate those chakras. You need to, you know, start with the base and work your way up, so you'll be able to really restore yourself on the spiritual level. You know, also take some time out. Somebody is burnt out. And remember, the answer is no here. All right, Cancers.